Hi, my name's John. Welcome to part 13 in a series of short videos all about the metal turning lathe. In this one I'm going to follow on from the last episode where we did the fixed steady, and I'm going to demonstrate and discuss the travelling steady. This is the travelling steady that come with my Harrison 140 lathe. It's got two brass contact tips or two brass fingers. The steady is bolted onto the saddle there, and it moves back and forth with the saddle. That's why it's called a travelling steady. Travelling steadies are used for machining long, thin pieces of metal. I'm going to put a long, thin piece of metal in the lathe and show you what happens if you don't have a steady on, the problems you run into. I'm going to face the end of the bar and centre drill it. I'm using the collar chuck, so I know it's going to be nice and accurate at this end. The collar chuck is very good. That's a piece of 16mm round bar, and with just gentle hand pressure I can bend that in and out 20 or 30 thou, no problem at all. If you were to machine this the way it was, start from that end up to that end, what would happen is it would machine to the right side at that end, and then the tool would push the bar away and up, and you'll get a big hump in the middle. So it would be on sides at each end, a gradual taper up in the middle down to that end. That's what happens. I know it happens, I've done it. So to prevent that from happening, we put a steady rest on here which keeps that bar from pushing away and up. Because when the tool is in there, I'll bring the camera in so you can see better. When you bring a tool in, it pushes the bar away from it, and then when you try and cut, it also lifts the bar up in the air. To prevent this happening, we'll fit a steady rest. Right, so the steady rest is fastened onto the carriage, so it moves back and forwards. It doesn't move in and out, obviously it's fixed there. There's two ways of doing this. You can have the steady rest in front of the tool, or the steady rest behind the tool. This is decent material, so I'll be putting the steady rest in front of the tool. Bearing in mind that whatever imperfections are on here will be transmitted to the tool by the steady rest. So if this material was rough, you would machine a little bit on that side and put the steady rest on there, then it would follow, it would be trailing instead of advancing. Right, these are straightforward brass or bronze pads, and you just adjust them up until they're just touching the workpiece, like that. And what some people do is they run the lathe and it polishes a little bit of the brass to make it a nice fit on the workpiece. So I'll start the lathe up, we'll put some oil on, and we'll just nip these up and gently set them in. Again, a little bit closer. You can see the two pads there rubbing. I'm just going to put a little bit of lubricant on. Just snug them up nice, not too much, just enough. Right, I'm going to put a light cut on, and I'm using the tool that we made in one of the first videos, high speed steel tool, because I can run this a lot slower than I can a carbide tool and still get a good finish. I've moved the whole setup along to the centre of the shaft, and you can see it's still machining quite nicely. Right, so I'm going to stop it there, and for the purpose of the demonstration I'm going to back off the steady rest, so I no longer support the workpiece, and then I'm going to start it up again. It's still cutting, and I don't think it'll be cutting to the full depth it was with a steady there. But I can see the difference, so if we measure it where the steady was, there's 8 thou difference, but that diameter there and that diameter there, because that's been getting pushed away from the tool and the steady hasn't been able to hold it in position. I'm going to change the tool so I can get a better finish on that. I don't know what sort of steel that is. The sort of steel you get given, it comes out of a skip somewhere. It's my favourite tool. So we'll adjust these in once again until they're just touching. And adjust this so the tool once again is behind the pads, which it is there. A little bit of low. Put the same depth of cut on. And that's putting a better finish on, it's cutting a lot better. Right, now that we've got a little bit of shaft machined, I'm going to move the steady rest behind it. So the steady rest will be behind the cutting tool. So we need to adjust the little pads down now until they touch the new diameter. As I'm machining, you have to keep adjusting these and eventually they will settle in. The ideal example is cutting long screw threads. You just can't do it without the steady rest. Right, if we start the lathe up again, a little bit of lubricant, and we'll go in until we're just touching. So now the steady is behind the tool, so if the bar was straight out around, it will be going onto a machine part which hopefully is round. And so there you can see the toe pads are behind the tool running on the piece of work we've just machined. I've set the steady rest up so the pads are directly behind the tool. I put a screw cutting tool in and I've set it to cut a 3mm pitch thread. Now the outside diameter of the bar isn't going to be reduced, so I can leave the steady rest in line with the tool. Right, so we'll engage the lead screw. See, it's cutting a nice coarse thread. And the steady rest is following it all the way down. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you managed to pick something up from it. Once again, it's just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Anyway, thanks for watching.